Hi guys, welcome to WebSensePro and welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can install and update N8N locally. Now, if you don't know what is N8N, it is a platform where you can create AI agents, and it's a super powerful platform where you can create a lot of AI automations. Let me give you some basic examples. So let's suppose you want to create an AI agent which will respond on your behalf to the specific recipient using ChatGPT. You can automate that whole process using N8N. Now, let's take another example of a chatbot. You want to install a chatbot on your website, which will respond on your behalf, and it will have all of the data of your website. Maybe you have a lot of products, FAQ, return and refund policy. Based on all of that data, it is going to respond automatically on your website. Now, these are some of the basic examples which I have given you. Possibilities are unlimited. You can do all of that stuff with N8N, and you can install that on your system, which I'm going to show you guys. Also, I'm going to show you guys how you can update N8N if you already have that installed, because it's good to have it updated. Now, there are some other platforms which are doing the same thing, which is Make and Zapier, but you won't be able to install that locally. And it's good to play around with the tools locally and safely if you don't want to expose the data over the internet. So without further ado, let's get into the screen where I'm going to show you guys how you can do that. Before moving, please make sure to subscribe the channel, which will help me create more valuable content for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the screen. So you will need to navigate to n8n.io. And once you navigate on n8n.io, you will see that website, which will tell you how powerful it is and what kind of stuff which you can do. So here is one example. When someone fill up a form, it is going to basically go to AI agent, and then it has these tools which it can use like Microsoft Entra, Jira, Anthropic, all of that kind of automations which you can create, right? So now let's move on to the installation part. Hover over on Docs and then click on self-host N8N. Once you go there, you will find this huge page of installation, documentation, stuff like that, but I don't want you guys to be confused. And just go to NPM. And here you will be installing the N8N using Node.js. Now, before adding these commands in order to install N8N, you would need to install Node.js. And here you can find the link. So open that up, Node.js, and installed the latest version by clicking on Get Node.js and then download as per your operating system and your laptop, right? You can do that on Mac OS, Windows, Linux, and I don't know what is. Anyway, once you have Node installed, go to this documentation link via n8n.io, click on NPM, and scroll down here where you have this command, which is going to execute the N8N package, but we don't want to add this command. We want to install it globally. In order to install N8N globally using Node Package Manager, NPM, you will copy this command and then paste it to your terminal. So I'm going to open up my terminal and then paste this command. Once you paste this command and hit enter, it is going to install N8N on your local machine. Once you hit enter and run this command, you will see all of these lines and your N8N will be installed. Now, in order to run the N8N, all you have to do is just go to terminal, type in N8N and hit enter. And you will see all of these lines. And at the end of the line, you will see that press O to open in browser. And you can see that my N8N is running. Now, what you would see on your first installation is that it will ask you for your name, email, username, and password. Once you hit enter, you will be landed on a screen like this. You can see some of the workflows which I have created for my clients, for my own personal use. Now, installing it locally and testing it, it's a really good way. But if you do move to production for the client workflows, you would need to host it on the cloud or buy the cloud version. Now the N8N cloud version is a little expensive, so I've already created a tutorial on how to use Google Cloud in order to install it very cheaply. The Google Cloud version is costing me less than $1. Let me pull that up, the pricing for you. So first, let me show you the playlist. So that is my N8N playlist. Go to youtube.com/WebSensePro, which is the channel. And after clicking on playlist, you will find all of this N8N related videos where you can find a lot of informative videos. So this one is for how to install N8N free using Google Cloud. Free meaning it is going to be charged just pennies, like $0.7 or less than $1 in order to run the active workflows. I'm already running the active workflows in N8N cloud version. So my N8N cloud version is hosted on n8ntutorial.websensepro.com, and you can do that by watching this video which I have created. So make sure to watch this video. I'll add the link of this whole N8N playlist in the video description. Now you can see that my N8N instance is loading. So the Google Cloud version is a little slow, but you are charged like less than $1. So it does make sense. Now let me show you the pricing which the Google Cloud charged me. So I am gonna open my Google Cloud console. So that is my Google console, and that is my N8N project. And I'm going to click on billing to show you guys what it actually charged me in last 23 days running N8N 24/7 on the Google Cloud VM, which is virtual machine, right? So that instance which I'm running on Google Cloud. So you can see guys, that's the billing of my N8N. I am being charged $0.59 for the last 23 days, which I've been using N8N 24/7. And this cost also includes the Gemini API, which I've been using. So you can see that this portion is also for the Gemini API. Now let me show you the workflows which I'm running. So these are the workflows which I've been running, and let me show you the executions which I have been making every single day on the Google Cloud version. So these are the executions. You can see some of the failed executions and some of the successful executions. And these are for last 23 days. And all it charged me is $0.59, right? So it is not for your clients. If you are making workflows for clients, I don't suggest following this method. This is just for the learning purposes. So if you're learning and you have own personal 2-3 workflows, then you should definitely go with this video where I have taught you guys how you can install it in Google Cloud. Now let's move on to the actual topic, which is working on locally. You can see that my local host version is working, and that is the latest version. So if I move to help and then click on about N8N, you can see that is 1.107.4, which is the latest version. Now they keep updating the N8N, and you would want to update your N8N which you are using locally or on the Google Cloud version. The method for updating the Google Cloud version, I'm going to create a separate video because it is going to be a very long video. But in order to update the local version, you can add in this command, which is npm update -g N8N. So once you copy this command and paste it on your terminal, your N8N instance will be updated in a few minutes, and your workflows will be saved already on that. So you should definitely keep updating your N8N local version. And if you want to switch on to the older version of N8N, you can do that as well. So if you want to switch to a specific version of N8N, you can add this command. So if I copy this command to the terminal and paste it, let me first stop the N8N instance which we are running, or let's take the new terminal instance. So you will add this command here and add in your version. Let's suppose I want to install 1.19 version of N8N. The current version is 1.107.4, right? And that's the version history. So if we pull up the version history, which we can get from here, so these are the release notes with the each version. So that's 1.107.4, 1.108. You can see all of the older versions below that. You can see all of the logs here as well. 1.9.5.1. So if you want to switch on to any of the older version, all you'll have to do is just open up the terminal, npm install -g N8N at 1.19 or 1.94.1. If I will add this command, I am going to install this version of N8N. So this command will be used to install this N8N version. So if you want to install any specific version of N8N, you can just simply add an npm install -g N8N and then the version number of the N8N. But if you don't add the version number, it is basically going to install the latest version. And you can also move to the next version of N8N, meaning if you are using 1.94.1, you can switch to 1.95.1 by adding at next, right? So if you are using this version of N8N at the moment and you add this command, it is going to install this version, right? So that's how easy it is to update the N8N or to install the next version. You will find all of the details here, but I wanted to create the video in order to explain to you guys that how easy it is to run N8N locally. And make sure to watch the playlist where I have created a lot of different automations and shown you guys how to create a WhatsApp chatbot, shown you how to post LinkedIn via N8N, and I'll be creating a lot of content related to AI automation, AI agents. That's why I want you guys to subscribe the channel, hit the like, and let me know in the comments below what more you would like to automate. Until next video, have a great day.